For nearly 80 years, the US dollar has been the king of global finance, powering trade, storing value, and acting as the world's reserve currency. But now, a powerful alliance of countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, better known as BRICS, says they're working on a new currency to challenge the dollar's dominance. Could this be the beginning of the end for the greenback, or just another headline in the long history of dollar supremacy? In this video, we'll break down what the BRICS currency could look like, why they want to rival the dollar, how it could impact your money, investments, and even your country's economy. Let's get into it. BRICS is not just a random group of nations together, they represent over 40% of the world's population and roughly 25% of global GDP. These countries have one big thing in common: they're tired of the US dollar dominating global trade. You see, most international transactions from oil to coffee are priced and paid in dollars. That gives the US an incredible advantage. It means America can borrow cheaply, influence trade, and even impose sanctions more effectively. BRICS leaders say this system is unfair and outdated. Their solution? A new currency to settle trade between member countries, and eventually, with the rest of the world. The idea of a BRICS currency has been gaining momentum over the past few years, especially after Western sanctions on Russia in 2022. Those sanctions froze Russia's dollar reserves and cut them off from the global SWIFT payment system. That sent a clear message to other BRICS members: if the US doesn't like your policies, it can cut you out of the financial system. So, the BRICS bloc is exploring two possibilities: a physical currency backed by gold or commodities like oil, rare earth metals, or grain, giving it tangible value; a digital currency or payment system that bypasses the US dollar entirely, something like a BRICS version of SWIFT combined with a stablecoin. Either way, their goal is the same: reduce dependency on the dollar and give themselves more control over their own trade. Here's the reality: the US dollar is still the heavyweight champion of global finance. As of 2025, around 58% of the world's foreign exchange reserves are held in dollars. Why? Trust. The US has deep financial markets, political stability compared to most countries, and the kind of infrastructure that makes transactions smooth and reliable. BRICS faces three big challenges. Unity. These countries have very different political systems, economies, and even rivalries. Trust in the currency. For the BRICS currency to work, other nations must believe it will hold its value and be easy to use. Global adoption, convincing the rest of the world to ditch the dollar is easier said than done. That said, BRICS does have an ace up its sleeve: resources. Together they control massive amounts of oil, gas, metals, and agricultural products. If they price those in their own currency, it could force trade partners to start using it. If BRICS succeeds, we could see a more fragmented financial system with multiple powerful currencies instead of one dominant dollar. That could mean less US influence over global trade, more currency diversification in central bank reserves, possible volatility in exchange rates as the world adjusts. For developing countries, this might be a good thing: more options for trade and finance. For the US, it could mean higher borrowing costs and less global economic leverage. So, what does this mean for your personal finances? Currency risks. If the dollar weakens, imported goods could get more expensive in the US. But if you hold investments in other currencies, you might benefit. Commodities. If BRICS prices oil or gold in their own currency, it could push up prices globally. Investments. Keep an eye on emerging markets. If BRICS gains traction, some of their stock markets could see major growth. Bottom line, stay diversified. Don't keep all your assets in one currency or one country. The BRICS currency might not dethrone the dollar overnight, but it's a sign that the financial world is changing. Whether it succeeds or fails, it could reshape trade, investment, and the balance of economic power for decades to come. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Here at Personal Finance 101, we break down the biggest money stories so you can make smarter decisions. Now it's your turn. Do you think BRICS can really challenge the US dollar? Drop your thoughts in the comments.